rising unkill. They brought it back.
What's up and welcome to the Part-Time Pixel. Little rebranding I did to myself because Empirical Pixel doesn't really roll off the tongue very well, but Part-Time Pixel, that sounds good. Also encapsulates what I am, a part-time gamer, full-time nerd, part-time YouTube personality, I guess we could use that word. But today, I just wanted to talk about one of the most unique first-person shooters I think I've ever played in my many years of playing first-person shooters. Quantum League, developed by Nimble Giant Entertainment, is touted as a time paradox FPS. It throws you into a small arena in either 1v1 or 2v2 combat with one hell of a twist. Also something to just keep in mind while I'm going over all this stuff. The game's currently in open beta, so there's a chance that anything I say can be changed by the time the game fully releases later this year, and there are a few things that I have, I guess, complaints about that I know for sure will be changed when the game comes out. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. It's still being worked on, and even now I think it's in a great place, so they got nowhere to go but up. And really, I just wanted to talk about this game and kind of get it out there because it's rare, I think, that in FPS does something that mixes up the formula so much, so effectively. And I want this game to get just a little bit more attention, talked about a little bit more, just because of how new and what it brings to the table. And yeah, everyone should check it out. So the matches take place over 3 short 15-second rounds. When you spawn in, you choose 1 of 5 weapons. You got like a sniper rifle, an SMG, a grenade launcher, a shotgun, and a laser. And you set out to outlive your opponents. The beta has 2 game modes, one being a capture the point, King of the Hill style mode. The other being a kind of deathmatch type of thing. The twist comes in at the end of the first 15 seconds. So when the round ends and the time runs out, all the time rewinds and it puts you back where you spawn, right back at the beginning, and you choose your weapon again. And then when the second round starts, the version of yourself from the first round still take all the action you just did, and you play the second round as like a second iteration of yourself, like simultaneously with the first round. Trust me, it hurt my brain too at first. It still kind of does, and I've been playing it basically all weekend, but just as an example, right? So say your opponent kills you in the first round. They call it desyncing, but they kill you in the first round. If there's time left in that round, you can still take actions as your killed self. So you can like move around, find a health pack to try and resync your dead body and come back into the round, or you can shoot at your opponent and it won't do damage to them, or you can like position yourself somewhere else in the arena, whatever. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. And then come the second round, if you can move in and kill the first copy of your opponent that killed you before he gets a chance to kill you, and you save your first life, then those extra actions that you took after you were killed will then happen because you didn't get killed. If that, you know what I mean? So it gets into this really like crazy thing where you can like save yourself, and it's because when you die, you kind of disappear from the thing. So what you're moving around, they won't know about. You can position your dead body, which then gets reanimated and does what it does. So it's like, man, it's nuts. It just puts you in all these situations that are insane, really. So when the third round comes, then you're dealing with whatever happened in the first 2 rounds, and it turns into like this super complex, like cat and mouse, chess, checkers, Chinese checkers, domino game. It's like all these crazy crap of like predicting movements and guessing where your opponents are going to be and figuring out where you can position yourself and doing all this crazy crap. And it's all about like playing and counterplaying, and it's just a hell of a trip. And it's like, I think you really have to like kind of experience the actual game before you can grasp what's really happening. But man, it's really interesting to say the least. So like I said, the beta has 2 modes right now. It has a capture the point mode, which is kind of like a King of the Hill, and that was definitely the more polished of the 2 at the moment. Also the one I enjoy the most. I don't know if those are related or not, but it just is more fun, I think, than the other one. So like your first instinct is to get your copy of yourself onto the point in the first round, but then that just leaves him right open for the second round guy to just take him out. So you have to think about like, maybe you don't put your first guy on the point and you keep him off to the side, and then you don't move for the point until the second or third round, and it's good. Yeah, so it really makes you think about just like everything everything that happens. Every single thing is important. And it forces you to think about all of these things, but because the rounds are so short, you have to think about everything that's happening so fast, and it doesn't give you time to like dwell on it. So you can't sit there and like, well, if I do this, then he'll do that. You have to just do it, and sometimes you put yourself into these really bad situations, but you put yourself in good situations just as often, and it's very satisfying when you pull off these like last second headshots that save another one of your clones that then takes the point. It's some of the most satisfying things, also some of the most frustrating, but mostly it's like, I can't believe I just did that, and it worked out perfectly, and I'm very happy that I did it like that. So the other mode, it said you try to desync more of your opponents than they do to you by the end of the 3 rounds. For some reason, I didn't like this one as much. Normally, I like kind of the more straight-up team deathmatch kind of stuff, but this game, I think, lends itself better to objective-based play. And it's also weird because like the capture the point mode has an announcer that like narrates everything that's happening. He's like, "Oh, sick headshot, bro," and all this stuff. And the desyncing one doesn't. But I have a feeling that's just a beta thing, and they'll get more in there when the time comes. So the time to kill is super quick. It rewards precision shooting. The weapon balance isn't perfect right now, and most of the games that I played turn into people just using the sniper rifle. Since a headshot can be a one-shot kill, and a shot to the body does like 3/4 of their health. So it turns into a lot of people just like sniping. But the SMG and the shotgun are also pretty effective. There's a lot of reloading. The magazine sizes are really small, so you spend a lot of time reloading, which kind of works for it just because the rounds are so quick, but maybe a little less reloading would be better. And I think that the laser and the grenade launcher right now are really weak, and they need a buff just to be more viable. Like the laser does plenty of damage, but you have to be a lot closer, and at that point you might as well just be using the shotgun, which does a ton more damage, or use the SMG and you can do damage from further out. So the laser doesn't really have a good place in my opinion, and the grenade launcher is very hard to aim. I've done some cool things with the grenade launcher, like if I notice your opponent's like clustered up, you shoot them with one grenade and take them all out, and it does kind of like an AoE damage over time thing, but it's really hard to aim, and it takes forever to reload, so I think that's also something that's kind of weak. But yeah, this game just puts you in situations that I've never been in before in any kind of FPS. Like, friendly fire is always on, and I've killed myself like on accident by walking into one of my past self's bullets, or like I thought that self was going to be dead, but something that I did saved his life, and so then I accidentally like shoot myself, and it's just stuff that has never happened before in any game, and I think it's really fascinating. The characters, there's 6 characters to choose from right now, and they're all kind of meh. I think, like, couldn't tell you any of their names. I could just kind of tell you what they look like. They don't have any different skills. You don't really unlock anything other than cosmetics. And I think one of the biggest things, they don't have voice lines, which I'm sure will probably come in the final release. But right now, they don't really have any personality. They're just like skins, and it doesn't matter who you pick, so whatever. Hopefully that gets a little better. And there's also only 1 map per game mode in this beta, but the Steam page shows more maps, so that's just a temporary problem. But the maps are fine, they're serviceable, nothing really to write home about on there either. But just overall, I'm really impressed with this game. I think it is a lot of fun. I keep finding myself going back into it. It's super satisfying. It makes you feel like 900 IQ man when you're pulling off all this sick time shit, but I think with just a little tweaks, a little bit of polish here or there, which I'm sure will be coming because it releases later this year, I think it can be a great game. So yeah, if you have a PC, try and hop on that free beta and try it out for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.